So now we're going to be talking about common wearable items on the machine you as an operator need to keep an eye on. First off, you always need to ensure your lifter and your roller lube, which are located here, are constantly on and spraying. Your lifter pads here and your rollers down below. Second, you're always going to want to make sure your brass bushing has a good tight fitting on your in-feed screw, along with your blue cap that holds your in-feed screw in. Make sure that this isn't cracked or falling off. So one other thing is your bottle stop. You have rubber on your bottle stop that holds your bottles back. Another wearable item you're going to want to visually inspect from time to time. So some more items you'll want to visually inspect would be your handles that hold down your change parts. If they're cracked or broken, you're going to want to replace them. Also, on your cap pickup, you're going to want to visually inspect and physically inspect your jaws and your springs to make sure that they're holding the cap back properly. So some more things to visually inspect would be your rubber boots on your in-feed screw to your gearbox. There are two. You want to make sure that there are no rips in there because water can get in there and rust out your U-joints. So another thing you're going to want to inspect is your chucks. Remove it. You're going to want to make sure your spring is intact. You're going to want to make sure your jaws are all free of debris, not broken, and no damaged teeth because those could possibly damage caps. You also want to make sure that your O-ring that clamps all this together is intact as well. Some other items you're going to want to keep an eye on is your back pockets. You're going to want to make sure that your plates are all level across. You don't want to make sure any of them are tipped down or tipped up. It can affect your CIP performance. Some more items would be your dairy diaphragm. You're going to want to make sure that this is not ripped or torn. It will not function the way it needs to. You're going to also want to inspect your drip deflectors. You're always going to want to make sure that the drip deflector is pointed towards the back. Some more items. On your valve, if you have leaky valves, a lot of times it's your O-ring. You're going to want to inspect these too if you have any leaky valves. And those are just a few items you should keep an eye on to keep your filler running properly.